It's my understanding that the peace talks or any sort of interest in a royal reconciliation comes from Prince Harry. It's my understanding that Meghan Markle has a no desire to reconnect with the British royal family, and B, there are concerns on her end that if Harry does, reunite with his father and potentially, but as I don't believe it could ever come to fruition, his brother, Meghan's concern is that they would push her out or that they would have more influence on Prince Harry than she does. And with Meghan, she's gone clearly just commercial, straight commercial in 2025. According to Lady Elizabeth Anson, several royal cousins were excluded from the guest list to make room for celebrity attendees like George Clooney, his wife Amal. There's a shot where a media outlet asks George, "How do you know the couple?" He's like, "We don't." And it's very odd. You're thinking, why are you there? But this decision to cut actual family members in DNA from the guest list for these strangers and celebrities like Reese Witherspoon, who said, "I was invited," and I said, "No, thank you. I have no idea who you are." It deeply hurt Queen Elizabeth. And these are the first reports we're hearing about this, thanks to Sally Bedell Smith, that the Queen almost rejected the idea of all of the celebrities that were walking around St. George's Chapel. And so Lady Elizabeth, who was not only the Queen's cousin, but this trusted confidant, gently encouraged Queen Elizabeth to look ahead to Princess Eugenie's wedding, which she described as a family wedding. And it became this comforting event that offered the Queen this renewed sense of belonging and the chance to be genuinely appreciated by those closest to her. Because according to Sally Bedell Smith's reports, she really felt excluded from Harry and Meghan's wedding.
So apparently, the late Queen was so furious over Meghan and Harry's wedding guest list, she allegedly said, "But it's my house, and I'm paying for it." First of all, Mum, respectfully, isn't that every grandmother during holiday planning? You invited who to Thanksgiving? Not while I'm roasting the turkey. Let's break this mess down, shall we? The guest list debate was really about relevance. Traditionalists wanted dukes and earls. Meghan and Harry invited global icons, Serena Williams, Oprah, the Clooneys. These guests represented a new kind of aristocracy, talent, achievement and global influence. Their presence signaled the monarchy was expanding, not rejecting tradition. In today's world, influence isn't just about titles, it's about impact. The wedding became a global event because it brought together ancient tradition and modern celebrity. This made the monarchy feel accessible and exciting to a new generation. Young people worldwide saw their heroes at Windsor, making the event truly global. It was a statement: you don't need a title to have a seat at the table. The monarchy, for a moment, felt like it belonged to everyone. For centuries, royal ceremonies followed strict tradition. Anglican music, stately formality, and a sense of continuity that stretched back through generations. These rituals, steeped in history, were designed to reinforce the monarchy's enduring presence and its connection to the nation's past. Meghan and Harry's wedding didn't discard this tradition. Instead, it enriched it, blending the old with the new in a way that felt both respectful and revolutionary. The Kingdom Choir's moving rendition of "Stand By Me" brought soulful joy to St. George's Chapel, reflecting Meghan's heritage and signalling a more inclusive, modern monarchy. Their performance was a powerful moment, resonating with viewers around the world. Bishop Michael Curry's passionate sermon broke through the usual reserve, electrifying the room and captivating the world. His words about love and unity echoed far beyond the chapel walls, challenging tradition while embracing it. These moments made the monarchy feel alive and evolving, not frozen in time. The energy in the room was palpable, and for many it was a sign of real change. For many, especially in the Commonwealth and minority communities, it was a sign they belonged in the royal story. The guest list itself reflected a broader, more diverse Britain and a monarchy willing to open its doors. The wedding felt like a genuine celebration of love and identity, not just a state event. Meghan and Harry's visible affection and joy made the occasion feel personal and relatable. Nearly 2 billion people watched, not just for the spectacle, but for the substance. The world tuned in to witness history being made, sensing that this was more than just another royal wedding. It sparked conversations about race, tradition, and the monarchy's future. People everywhere debated what this moment meant for the royal family and for society at large. Meghan's influence modernized the institution in a way few have managed. Her presence brought new perspectives, challenging the monarchy to reflect the world outside its walls. She gave the monarchy a fresh coat of paint, and the world noticed. Headlines celebrated the blend of tradition and progress, marking the day as a milestone in royal history. The event was more than a wedding. It was a turning point, a moment when the monarchy showed it could embrace change while honouring its roots. It showed the monarchy could adapt and inspire, offering hope that this ancient institution can remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. After the wedding, a storm brewed over Meghan and Harry's private vows with the Archbishop of Canterbury. What began as a simple, heartfelt moment between the couple and the Archbishop quickly spiraled into a full-blown controversy, with the world's eyes fixated on every detail. The media accused them of fabricating a secret wedding, demanding clarifications and statements from all involved. Headlines screamed of scandal, and reporters camped outside Windsor Castle, eager for any hint of impropriety. But isn't it natural for a couple to seek a quiet, spiritual moment before a global spectacle? For Meghan and Harry, this was a chance to connect on a deeper level, away from the cameras and the crowds, to ground themselves before stepping into history. They weren't claiming a secret marriage, just a personal exchange of vows, a private affirmation of their commitment that meant something special to them, but didn't replace the official ceremony. The outrage revealed a desire to catch them out, no matter how trivial the detail. It seemed as if every gesture was dissected, every word twisted, as if the public and press were waiting for a misstep. The royal family is expected to embody faith, yet when they engage with it personally, they're met with suspicion and cynicism. Their private expressions of belief are often questioned rather than respected. The scrutiny felt uniquely sharp, as if Meghan and Harry were held to a different standard than other royals, their actions magnified and judged more harshly. Public funding doesn't entitle us to every private moment. There's a line between public interest and personal privacy, and it's often crossed. The obsession over their chat with the Archbishop was more intrusion than inquiry, a relentless pursuit that said more about our culture than about the couple themselves. Sometimes public discourse loses all sense of proportion, turning the simplest moments into headline drama and forgetting the humanity at the heart of it all. To understand Harry and Meghan's impact, compare their wedding to Princess Eugenie's, held just months later. Eugenie's was a beautiful traditional royal affair, but global interest was nowhere near the same. Harry and Meghan's wedding became a worldwide cultural moment, captivating billions. The difference? Narrative. Eugenie's wedding was continuity. Harry and Meghan's was transformation. A British prince and an American actress, bridging continents and cultures. Their story felt new and relevant. Public debate about costs arose, but the global attention was priceless for brand Britain. The wedding showcased the UK's traditions and modernity to the world. When the monarchy gets it right, its power to project a positive image is unmatched. This was more than a wedding, it was a global statement. Since the wedding, Meghan is often painted as the obstacle to family harmony. But the palace hasn't always welcomed outsiders, and history is full of those who struggled with its rigid ways. Expecting Meghan to simply move on ignores the real pain she faced, much of it racially charged and relentless. Healing isn't linear, and true reconciliation requires accountability from all sides. Meghan and Harry left not out of malice, but for self-preservation and mental health. Their departure wasn't an attack, it was survival. Everyone has the right to walk away from harm, no matter how gilded the cage. Advocating for Meghan's right to thrive isn't about sides, it's about basic humanity. She deserves space to build her life in peace. Sometimes healing means moving forward, not looking back. What's the legacy of that day in May 2018? Far more than a beautiful wedding. It held up a mirror to the monarchy and Britain, showing a vibrant, inclusive, emotionally resonant royalty. Meghan Markle showed tradition can be a foundation for something new. Her influence challenged what it means to be royal, suggesting it's about influence, not just inheritance. True royalty is about service, compassion, and authenticity. The real story isn't about guest lists or royal fury. It's about love. A prince who changed his life to protect his family, and the power of love to challenge old ways. The monarchy will endure, but the questions raised by Meghan and Harry will linger. So to recap, Meghan invited actual friends, and people lost their wigs. She spoke to the Archbishop, and folks acted like she broke into the Tower of London. The Queen may or may not have said it was her house, but the people remember Meghan's wedding as a beacon of modern love and global relevance. And now Meghan is out here living her life, building her brand, raising her babies, and being unbothered in Montecito, while the same people who called her irrelevant can't stop talking about her. Now that's royalty.